Integration is the invisible thread weaving through every project, binding disjointed elements, scope, schedule, costs, risks into a cohesive whole. In single projects, it ensures tasks align seamlessly. A delayed procurement triggers a schedule recalibration. A scope tweak cascades into budget adjustments. Tools like PMIS automate this interplay, turning fragmented data into unified dashboards. Here, integration isn't a phase. It's the project's nervous system, pulsing real-time adjustments to keep objectives intact. Beyond single endeavors, integration scales to orchestrate multi-project ecosystems. Programs and portfolios demand synchronized timelines, shared resources, and harmonized stakeholder priorities. A delay in one project ripples across others. Integration mitigates this through centralized governance and cross-project dependency mapping. At its core, project management is integration, melding strategy with execution, individual expertise with collective goals, and lessons learned with future innovation. Without it, projects fracture. With it, chaos becomes momentum. Project management thrives on orchestrating chaos into coherence. Integration management weaves disparate threads into a unified strategy, while scope management guards against mission creep, ensuring every task aligns with the razor's edge of objectives. Time, cost, and risk form the iron triad. Timelines are carved into reality, budgets fuel precision, and risks are hunted before they strike. Quality isn't an afterthought. It's the heartbeat of deliverable integrity, pulsing through every phase. From kickoff to curtain call, the process groups, initiating, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, closing, act as the project's DNA. Human resources and communications bind teams with clarity and purpose. Procurement secures critical lifelines, and lessons learned echo beyond closure. This isn't a linear march. It's a dynamic dance where agility meets governance, turning plans into impact and oversight into momentum. Mastery lies in the balance. Project management is a symphony of precision and adaptability, where integration management conducts the harmony of scope, time, cost, and risk into a unified strategy. Tools like PMIS act as the backbone, automating schedules, tracking resources, and flagging deviations in real time. From the kickoff's blueprint to the closing's final report, every phase, planning's meticulous WBS, execution's agile pivots, monitoring's vigilant audits, is interlocked, transforming chaos into deliverables. Risks are hunted, changes are gated, and stakeholders are engaged through razor-sharp communication, ensuring alignment never wavers. Yet beyond processes and tools lies the heartbeat, knowledge. Lessons learned, etched into repositories, turn past stumbles into future leaps. Shadowing and collaborative forums bridge expertise gaps, while stakeholder buy-in fuels momentum. Closure isn't an endpoint, it's a legacy. Each archived artifact, each refined process, becomes a catalyst for organizational evolution. Here, projects aren't just completed, they're immortalized as blueprints for smarter, faster, bolder triumphs. Integration management brings all aspects of the project together into a unified plan that reflects the project's intended value for the business. It focuses on connecting different parts of the project, resolving any conflicts, closing gaps, and aligning the work across teams to ensure everything moves forward in a coordinated way. The project manager plays a key role in leading this effort, making sure decisions are made collaboratively and execution stays under control. The project management plan acts as the master document that pulls together all the planning work, covering areas like scope, schedule, budget, and resources. It outlines how the project will be carried out, monitored, adjusted, and eventually closed. As the project progresses, the plan must be updated to stay relevant. Depending on the situation, it can either be shared with stakeholders or kept internally to serve as the project manager's main guide for steering the project. The project team works together to figure out how different parts of the project will come together, making sure both the planning and the final product are aligned and delivered smoothly. Their goal is to organize the work in a way that fits the overall vision while keeping all components integrated and on track. The project manager's role is to create a space where the team can collaborate effectively and make decisions confidently. A major part of this is helping the team stay flexible and ready to adjust when changes happen, making sure the project stays on course even as new challenges arise. Integration management covers a series of important actions that guide the project from beginning to end. It starts with creating the project charter to officially authorize the work, followed by building a detailed project management plan that outlines how the project will run. During execution, the focus shifts to directing the work and making sure knowledge is captured and shared for future use. As the project moves forward, it is just as important to monitor progress and control changes to stay aligned with the goals. Managing change carefully ensures that adjustments are made thoughtfully without disrupting the project. Finally, once all work is complete, the project or phase is formally closed, confirming that all deliverables and expectations have been fully met. Integration management covers the full life of the project by organizing key actions across different stages. It starts by developing the project charter to officially kick off the effort, then moves into creating the project management plan to map out the path forward. Once execution begins, the focus shifts to directing project work and sharing knowledge, followed by closely monitoring progress and managing changes that arise. Finally, it ensures the project or phase is properly closed once all objectives have been met. Each of these steps ties back to a different phase of project management. Initiation sets the foundation, planning builds the roadmap, execution drives the work, monitoring and controlling keep everything on track, and closing wraps it all up neatly. Integration management connects these phases seamlessly, making sure the project remains coordinated, controlled, and aligned with its original goals. The project charter provides authority to the project manager and the existence of the project. Create the project charter. It may include a project title and description, project sponsor, project manager, and high-level project manager authority over the project. The business case is written to describe why the project is being done. Resource estimates, high-level threats and opportunities, project stakeholders and their requirements, high-level description of deliverables and measurable objectives to reach goals, project acceptance criteria. The project management plan serves as the central blueprint, weaving together all knowledge areas through box process groups. It integrates subsidiary plans, scope, schedule, cost, quality, risk, procurement, stakeholder, and communications management plans, alongside baselines and governance frameworks. These components are developed during the planning process group, aligning deliverables with organizational goals. For instance, the requirements management plan ensures scope clarity, while the performance measurement baseline merges scope, time, and cost metrics to track progress. Each plan addresses a knowledge area's unique demands, yet they intersect dynamically. A scope change triggers updates to the schedule and cost baselines, while risk responses influence procurement strategies. The PMP's strength lies in its adaptability across process groups. During executing, plans like resource and stakeholder management guide team coordination and engagement. Monitoring and controlling relies on change and configuration management plans to manage deviations, while closing ensures lessons learned feed into organizational process assets. By anchoring all processes to a unified strategy, the PMP transforms fragmented tasks into a cohesive workflow, ensuring every decision, from risk mitigation to stakeholder communication, advances the project's objectives. It's not just a document. It's the project's DNA, encoding rigor, alignment, and agility into every phase. The project management plan acts as a master document that pulls together all the different management plans from each knowledge area into a single, unified guide. It combines individual plans and baselines into one complete framework that helps direct how the project will be carried out, making sure all areas are aligned and coordinated. Along with the collection of plans, The project management plan also outlines the processes that will be followed throughout the project. It details how different aspects like scope, schedule, cost, and resources will be managed, helping to ensure that the team works systematically and stays focused on delivering the project successfully. The project management plan is the project's DNA, merging inputs like the project charter and organizational assets into a cohesive blueprint. Expert judgment and collaborative techniques forge alignment, while data-driven decisions root the plan. This living document harmonizes scope, schedule, and risk strategies, ensuring every task fuels strategic goals and stakeholder buy-in. Beyond static guidelines, the PMP thrives on adaptability, evolving with real-time feedback to tackle deviations and seize opportunities. It transforms ambiguity into action, bridging vision to execution. By anchoring governance in flexibility, it doesn't just guide, it empowers teams to pivot with precision, turning challenges into catalysts for success. Integrated change control is the critical governance function that rigorously evaluates every change request against the project's objectives, ensuring disciplined alignment with a strategic business case. It protects project integrity by comprehensively assessing impacts on scope, schedule, cost, and quality. This process mandates a robust project management plan and a clearly defined scope as its foundation, ensuring that all modifications are managed systematically and only approved changes are implemented, thereby maintaining control and focus on delivering intended value. Managing changes carefully is crucial to keeping a project under control and avoiding unexpected growth in work, known as scope creep. If changes are not handled properly, they can easily throw off the original plan and cause delays, cost overruns, or quality issues that were never intended. Every time a change is proposed, it must be clearly identified, with its potential impact on cost, schedule, quality, or any other critical area fully documented. Once understood, the information needs to be shared with the right stakeholders to ensure everyone is aware and aligned before any adjustments are made. To manage project changes effectively, a Change Control Board, or CCB, is set up to oversee and approve changes to project deliverables. The project management plan outlines how this board operates, including who has the authority to review and authorize changes, and how the overall change process will be handled. Clear procedures are established for submitting and reviewing change requests, along with defining who can approve different types of changes based on their impact. In addition, tracking systems and tools are put in place to monitor all change requests, making sure nothing is missed and that the project remains well documented and controlled. The image outlines change control and impact analysis processes, emphasizing structured governance for project modifications. Key elements include defined roles and responsibilities to assign accountability, hazardous incidents analysis to assess risks from past events, and configuration management planning to ensure system integrity. These components collectively evaluate proposed changes, mitigate disruptions, and align adjustments with project objectives. The second section details configuration management practices, focusing on maintaining consistency and traceability. It covers configuration identification, version control, configuration baselines, audits, and status accounting. Access controls, backup storage, and maintenance protocols safeguard data integrity, ensuring systems remain reliable and recoverable throughout the project lifecycle. The image outlines the scope management plan, a foundational element of the project scope management knowledge area. It details processes for defining, developing, monitoring, controlling, and validating project scope to ensure deliverables align with stakeholder expectations. This includes establishing clear boundaries, managing scope changes, and preventing scope creep through structured guidelines. Key components guide the preparation of the project scope statement, the approval process for the scope baseline, and formal acceptance procedures. By integrating these elements, the plan ensures transparency, stakeholder alignment, and accountability, enabling teams to deliver outcomes that meet defined objectives efficiently. The Requirements Management Plan, a core element of the project scope management knowledge area. It defines structured methods for collecting, analyzing, and documenting stakeholder needs, ensuring alignment with project goals. This includes processes like workshops, surveys, and interviews to gather input, alongside frameworks such as Moscow prioritization to resolve conflicting requirements and maintain focus on critical deliverables. The plan also establishes protocols for tracking, reporting, and updating requirements throughout the project lifecycle. Tools like the requirements traceability matrix link needs to outcomes, while regular reviews and stakeholder communication prevent scope creep. By formalizing prioritization and accountability, the plan ensures deliverables meet objectives and adapt to evolving stakeholder expectations efficiently. The process is conducted during the execution phase, focusing on harmonizing people management, project work execution, and implementation of approved changes. The project plan serves as the primary input, providing direction for tasks, resource allocation, and timelines. This phase emphasizes aligning team dynamics with operational workflows, ensuring changes are integrated smoothly without disrupting progress. By balancing human factors, such as team collaboration, with technical execution, it maintains project coherence and stakeholder alignment. Key outputs typically include deliverables, work performance data, issue logs, and updated project documents. These outputs reflect real-time progress and adjustments, enabling teams to address challenges proactively. The process ensures that execution remains agile, responsive to approved changes, and aligned with strategic objectives, ultimately driving measurable outcomes while fostering team accountability and adaptability. The process is completed during the executing phase, emphasizing knowledge management to enhance future project success. It underscores creating and documenting new insights while leveraging existing knowledge, such as lessons learned register to guide current project activities. Continuous documentation of lessons learned ensures real-time capture of challenges and solutions, fostering adaptability. This phase directly ties to delivering project outcomes and refining practices through iterative learning, ensuring alignment with objectives. The process also spans the monitoring and controlling phase, operating from initiation to closing. It involves tracking performance metrics to identify deviations and trigger corrective actions. Key outputs include change requests to address variances, updates to the project management plan for realignment, and formal work authorizations to advance activities. By integrating execution with oversight, this dual-phase approach ensures projects remain dynamic, responsive, and aligned with strategic goals throughout their lifecycle. The direct and manage project work process, central to executing project activities and achieving objectives. Key inputs include the project management plan, critical documents like the risk register, change log, and requirements traceability matrix, which guide day-to-day execution. Approved change requests ensure alignment with stakeholder expectations, while enterprise factors and organizational assets provide contextual frameworks. The tools and techniques leverage expert judgment for informed decision-making. A project management information system for real-time data tracking and structured meetings to coordinate tasks and resolve conflicts, ensuring cohesive team efforts. The outputs reflect tangible progress and adaptability. Deliverables mark completed milestones, while work performance data offers insights into efficiency. The issue log identifies and tracks problems, and change requests formalize necessary adjustments. Updates to the project management plan, risk register, and lessons learned. Documents and organizational assets ensure alignment with evolving project dynamics. This process bridges planning and execution, fostering accountability and continuous improvement by translating strategy into actionable results. Manage project knowledge process, a structured approach to leveraging organizational and project-specific insights. It highlights key inputs such as the project management plan, deliverables, and documents like the lessons learned register and stakeholder register, which provide foundational data. Enterprise factors and organizational assets further contextualize the process. The Tools and Techniques section emphasizes knowledge-sharing methods like expert judgment, information management systems, and interpersonal skills such as active listening and networking, ensuring effective collaboration and decision-making. The outputs focus on capturing outcomes to enhance future projects. Updates to the Lessons Learned Register consolidate actionable insights, while revisions to the project management plan and organizational assets ensure alignment with evolving goals. This framework bridges theory and practice, fostering continuous improvement by systematically converting tacit knowledge into documented, reusable strategies. The image outlines the monitor and control project work process, central to tracking progress and ensuring alignment with project objectives. Inputs include the project management plan, critical documents such as issue log, risk register, cost schedule forecasts, and real-time performance data. Tools like expert judgment and data analysis such as earned value, root cause, trend analysis assess deviations, identify risks, and inform decisions. Regular meetings and structured decision-making ensure proactive adjustments to maintain project health. Outputs focus on actionable insights. Work performance reports summarize status, change requests address variances, and updates to the project plan documents reflect evolving conditions. By integrating monitoring with control mechanisms, this process ensures transparency, enables timely corrections, and keeps deliverables aligned with stakeholder expectations throughout the project lifecycle. Planning for compliance is a critical part of project preparation, ensuring that the project meets all necessary legal, regulatory, and corporate requirements. A strong compliance plan identifies what rules must be followed, classifies them into relevant categories, and highlights any potential threats that could arise if standards are not met. The compliance plan also examines the consequences and risks of non-compliance, helping the team understand what is at stake. It takes into account how government regulations and company policies affect the project and carefully considers how compliance requirements could influence both the quality of deliverables and the overall project risk. To ensure project success, it's crucial to define accurate and final requirements early in the process, minimizing the possibility of scope changes later on. By identifying and addressing potential risks up front, along with having solid mitigation plans in place, the project team can navigate challenges without significant disruptions. Additionally, incorporating time and cost reserves into the plan provides flexibility for unforeseen events, helping to manage any unexpected circumstances without impacting the project's overall timeline or budget. Managing changes effectively is also essential for project control. Establishing a clear and formal change control process ensures that only approved changes are implemented, safeguarding the project's scope and objectives. Clear roles and responsibilities, along with a defined escalation path for approval, create accountability and streamline decision-making. This structured approach reduces the likelihood of miscommunication and ensures that all adjustments align with the project's goals, helping maintain momentum and focus throughout the process. The image outlines the close project or phase process, a critical step in the closing process group to formally conclude project activities. Inputs include the project charter, management plan, key documents like lessons learned register, risk reports, accepted deliverables, and procurement records. Tools like expert judgment, data analysis like trend variance analysis, and structured meetings ensure thorough validation of outcomes and compliance with agreements. Outputs focus on formalizing closure, final product transition to the customer, final reports summarizing performance, and updates to organizational process assets like archived lessons learned. Tasks like final inspections, contract closures, and stakeholder approvals ensure no loose ends, while highlighting the project's visibility to executives. Though often overlooked, proper closure safeguards accountability, captures institutional knowledge, and reinforces alignment with strategic goals.